November 26th. Welcome to the morning show. I'm Julie Elliott. Let's get to the weather. For today, rain is likely before 10 a.m. It will be cloudy through mid-morning, then gradual clearing with a high near 62. Southwest wind 7 to 16 miles per hour, becoming northwest in the afternoon. Winds could gust as high as 25 miles per hour. Chance of precipitation is 70%. Tonight will be mostly clear with a low around 33 and west wind 5 to 8 miles per hour. Wednesday, we should expect increasing clouds with a high near 52. West wind around 6 miles per hour, becoming light and variable in the afternoon. Let's get to events. The Cecil County Council work session for tonight is canceled. On Friday, November 29th, DNR is holding a nature trek at 10 a.m. at Turkey Point. Join a ranger for a refreshing 2-mile hike along the White Banks Trail. Bring your hiking shoes, weather-appropriate clothing, water, and snacks. Dogs on a leash are welcome. Meet at the Northeast Beach upper parking lot. Registration is preferred but not required. Day use fees apply. On November 30th, come to the Jingle and Mingle Artisan Fair. Shop small on Small Business Saturday. Come support local artisan vendors and shop at the Elkton Alliance building. On to our feature for today. On December 21st, the Northern Chesapeake Symphony Orchestra will be performing Part 1 of Handel's Messiah at the Star Center in Havre de Grace. Leading that orchestra will be our guest for today, Dr. Nelson Fritts. Welcome, Dr. Fritts.
Good morning, Julie.
The Star Center refers to the NCSO as its resident orchestra. Has the orchestra found a home in Havre de Grace?
The answer to that is yes and no. No, from the standpoint that we are an umbrella agency of the Cecil County Arts Council. And when we started, our board was set up and we are operating still under their auspices. We were given the opportunity to be the resident orchestra at Star Center. And it came at a beautiful time because we wanted to expand our venue. We wanted to be able to have more marketing. We wanted to be able to present concerts to larger audiences. And of course, the Star Center provided that. And the great leadership at the Star Center, who I've known the individuals for a long time, were so willing to make that suggestion. And the board agreed with it. And so we are presenting some of our concerts, not all of our concerts, at the Star Center. We have a concert coming up on December the 6th at Elkton High School, our holiday concert, which will be at Elkton High. And we are still operating in Cecil and before we even start in Harford County.
Wow, that's wonderful. Handel's Messiah is an expansive work of instrumental and vocal music. How does an orchestra prepare to perform a complex piece like this?
Well, first of all, you have to have all the resources for it. Being able to have a chorus, to be able to develop a chorus of enough singers to be able to do this work, and then to have an orchestra that provides for the instrumentation for Baroque orchestra. The Baroque orchestra is a smaller group than our traditional orchestra, and being able to have the players to be able to handle the parts, it just worked out beautifully. And in the evolution, this being our 5th year, with the Northern Chesapeake Symphony Orchestra, we were able to have those resources. And, I had to tap into other things too, like getting a concert harpsichord, for the event. And I have a friend who passed away a few years ago. He and I were very good friends, and I was able to borrow that instrument. So everything fit into place in the evolution of this group. And we didn't want to bite off too much. As you may know, the Messiah is in three parts, and part one has to do with the birth of the Messiah. And we chose that part one. And there are actually like 23 selections in part one that include the choruses and the recitatives and arias of the soloists. And we were able to do that in the time that we had for rehearsal and the resources that we were able to put together.
Great. The Northern Chesapeake Symphony Orchestra was created to give younger and older musicians the experience of playing in a full orchestra. How do you find musicians, and how do they find you?
That's a very good question. We have been present on the Cecil County Arts Council's page, and they've given us a page for some period of time, so we're advertised there. We have Facebook and social media presence, but we have found that our best tool is word of mouth. We have a pretty diverse group of individuals who are from Cecil, Harford, Kent counties, and surrounding Delaware. And we have gotten individuals from each of those jurisdictions, and they in turn know individuals. And so it keeps feeding itself. Recruitment is an ongoing process. You know, inevitably with volunteer groups like this, where no one is paid, it's dependent upon the time of those participants and what they're involved in doing. And we may, for example, find ourselves short 2 or 3 players for our next concert, and then I actively, myself and others actively go to recruit those individuals, and be a divine intervention. And I think that oftentimes is the case. We manage to find those players to fill those spots, and so word of mouth is a very strong tool that we have.
Mm-hmm.
And the more concerts that we perform, the more people see us.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I love it when everything just falls together like that. That is great. So what's next for the NCSO?
Well, we have a couple concerts that are on slate for the Star Center. We are going to prepare for a patriotic concert in March. And we're looking at a John Williams sort of concert in June with some of the media accompanying our performance. So those two things are on tap. We know that the 250th anniversary of this country is this next year, this next summer, and we're going to be preparing for events for that. We have small ensembles within the orchestra, not only the full orchestra, but the string orchestra. We have a brass quintet, and we have a string quartet, and they do performances as well. We will be performing on the 13th of December at Government House for the governor's open house for the government employees, and we'll be providing Christmas selections for brass quintet at that event. So there are a lot of small venues that we'll be performing at as well. So we have a pretty active 25 schedule that's developing. And as I said, we're looking at expanding the Messiah into parts 2 and 3. So next year we will be doing not only part 1, but segments of part 2. And then hopefully the year that follows, we'll be doing all 3 sections. And that way we'll not only be giving concerts during Christmas, but also during Easter that recognizes the death and ascension of the Messiah.
Mm-hmm. Wow. Well, thank you so much for coming on today and sharing everything that you're up to.
It's been a pleasure and honor, and I appreciate Cecil TV's coverage of our continuous evolution and our concerts.
Great. Well, thanks for watching the morning show. If you think programs like this are valuable, please consider becoming a donor to Cecil Public Media. Just go to www.cecil.tv and click donate. Have a great day.